performed at districts and also at state. It is called Noah Found Grace. It is the very first choral reading that I saw down at Allstate 20 and some years ago. And I called the coach down there, and they were very nice to share it with us. And we are very pleased to be here. Please do not be offended, but when we're done, we're going to literally get up and run because we have to be out at another church by 10 o'clock. So I am playing Madison Henning because she thought she had to go to Florida. So, we just hope you really enjoy, but more importantly, understand the powerful gift of grace.
A long time ago, when the earth was green, there was more kinds of animals than you've ever seen.
And they ran around free
while the earth was being born.
And the loveliest of all
was
the unicorn.
But the Lord, he'd seen some sinning, and it caused him great pain. So he says,
"Stand back! I'm gonna make it rain."
Then he saw Noah, a just and righteous man.
Noah walked with God, he talked with God.
It was a lazy summer day.
Noah had his druthers,
And I decided I'd rather go fishing than work.
but the good Lord, he done had a different idea.
Noah, build me an ark.
First Noah asked,
God, what's an ark?
so God told him.
in simple layman's terms,
And Noah thought to himself,
thought. He was really a-thinking. It was a thinking idea.
He asked God,
God, what will the neighbors say?
But God didn't answer.
In simple layman's terms,
In fact, he didn't answer at all.
what'd he say?
What'd he say?
What'd he say?
So they waited. And waited.
And waited. And God said,
Build it good and strong. Pitch it within and pitch it without. Build it according to the measurements that I give thee. Build it long and build it wide. And I was thinking I'd rather thought it was a good idea. When it was finished, at least I'd get a fishing vacation.
God was still a-talking.
Then get a pair of animals, two of a kind. A he,
A she,
a him,
a her,
a male,
a female,
two of a kind.
and,
No more.
and put them inside.
so Noah began to work on the ark.
And he worked. And he worked. And he worked.
And he worked.
Why, he worked for about 100 years.
And every day or so,
The crowd came round to make fun of old man Noah.
standing on the poop deck, his long white beard.
Flying in the wind. And they laughed.
And they pointed.
And they said,
Tell us, old man,
Because Noah was nigh on 600 years old.
where do you expect to sail that boat up here amongst the hills?
But Noah kept on working.
From sunrise to sunset, one season following another.
The hours turned to days, the days to yesterdays, then to weeks, the weeks to months to years, the years to decades, and the decades to a century. Tick. Through thunder sprinkles and sun showers, I pounded them wooden nails one after another.
Great God, what did he pound?
And finally,
The ark reached a length of 300 cubits
50 cubits.
and a height of 30 cubits.
Wait a minute. What's a cubit?
How many cubits are in a pound?
I hate math.
That's the bow and arrow.
That's cubit.
finally, just as they
And a sprinkle, sprinkle there.
Here a sprinkle, there a sprinkle.
Everywhere a sprinkle, sprinkle.
Yep, he was beginning to rain cats and dogs. A him,
A her,
a he,
a she, two of a kind.
But God said to Noah,
Noah, get into the ark.
but Noah said,
Oh, good Lord.
For he was a trifle bit discouraged.
but God said to him,
Just you walk through this storm with your head up high.
For Noah hadn't worked for union wages. And not only was he entitled to a 2 years vacation,
But I was eligible for a pet policy. I was already 525 years beyond Medicare.
but God said,
Stand back, Noah, because I'm gonna make it rain. But first load up your floating suit.
So Noah and his 3 sons looked near and far,
they looked hither and thither.
and thither and yon,
And they found every kind of a
him,
A her,
and put them in the ark. And listen, Noah,
and I checked them off my official guest list.
First came the lion, a roaring out loud.
Followed by their kinfolk, the tigers all proud. Then the skipping zebras a having some fun. A pair of tall giraffes.
What a shame.
Noah took a photograph.
Listen to some called hogs.
Elephants came with trunks all cloth.
A pair of zebras.
Cows.
No jumping movements.
That laughed at such a sight.
Two platypuses.
2 hippopotamuses. 2 rhinoceroses.
preposterous. Some hummingbirds a humming.
Some bumblebees, a bumble. I can make another. 2 lynx.
2 minks. 2 rabbits.
Two,
Two, two.
I said only 2.
For that was God's commandments. There were koalas, and kookaburras, albatross, antelope, and orangutan, armadillo, chinchilla, and even a couple of gorilla. Hour after hour, day after day, from sunrise to sunset, they got on that ark.
2 by 2. Lions and lizards. Kangaroos and cats.
Lizards, loons, hedgehogs,
Pandas, poodles, porcupine,
bison, buffalo.
bedbugs, and ladybugs.
And the parade began to drag on, and drag on, and drag on.
Okay, knock it off. I got him. 2 dragons.
There were 2 alligators and a couple of geese,
2 humpy bumpy camels,
and 2 chimpanzees,
2 cats and rats and elephants.
But sure as you're born,
Mrs. Noah didn't count no unicorns.
So I told old Noah,
And I looked out to the driving rain.
But the unicorns was a hiding and a playing silly games.
There was a kicking and a splashing.
while the rain was a pouring,
oh, them foolish unicorns.
then the ducks started ducking,
And the snakes started snaking.
and the elephant started elephant.
hold on, hold on.
And
And the boat started shaking.
And Noah said, we just can't wait for them unicorns.
And
The ark started moving.
And
It drifted with the tide.
And the unicorns looked up from the rock and cried.
And the water came up and sort
Sort
of
of
floated them away.
That's why you've never seen a unicorn to this day.
You'll see a lot of alligators and a whole mess of geese,
You'll see humpy bumpy camels,
and chimpanzees,
cats and rats and elephants.
But sure as you're born,
You ain't never gonna see no unicorn.
The ark was all loaded up, and they closed up the door.
Bam!
And it started to drizzle a little rain. Then it started to double dribble more rain.
And the thunder rolled in like a rumbling drum.
And the lightning jumped from pole to pole.
And it rained down. Rain.
Rain, rain.
rain got up and did it rain.
For 40 days and 40 nights, waters poured down.
And waters gushed up.
And that old ark,
She began to ride.
and that old ark,
She began to rock.
sinners came running down to the ark. Sinners came swimming all around the ark.
Sinners pleaded.
And sinners prayed. Sinners wept.
But the trees and the hills
And the mountains slipped beneath the waters. And that old ark,
she sailed the lonely sea.
12 long months.
she sailed that sea, a sea without a shore. Then the waters began to settle down.
And the ark touched bottom.
On the tallest peak.
And Noah sat down and dug.
And it returned empty-handed.
Then Noah sent out another dove.
2 turtle doves. And they
Brought back a leaf from a pear tree.
But Mrs. Noah said,
Send it back, Noah.